Many of them were involved in a low-level insurgency against the United States.
Really where this is going, and there'll be a land exchange, what we call a territorial
More
swap.
closely with Russia in combating terrorism.
ISIS is worth hundreds
a position of strength and leverage. And so now maybe...
What is the Middle East's top export? Oil? No. Gas? No. The answer, regrettably, is insecurity. Thanks to a mix of evil and chaos, represented by terrorist groups, radical movements, dictatorial leaders, totalitarian regimes, and failed states, combined with the violent conflicts and mass refugee flows this region has produced, the Middle East has a track record of exporting its troubles abroad. One way to look at American policy is that our engagement in the region, specifically our effort to promote peace and security and to safeguard our friends and allies, is to solve problems there so that these problems don't find their way here. This is where the Washington Institute comes in. For more than 3 decades, policymakers of both parties have turned to the Institute for our unique expertise and our practical advice on the challenges of the Middle East. Policymakers turn to the Institute because we have the most comprehensive, accomplished, and diverse faculty of Middle East analysts in Washington. Men and women with decades of experience in Washington, the Middle East, and around the world. Our experts are scholars and journalists, military veterans, and former government officials. They include Sunnis and Shiites, Arabs and Turks, Jews and Christians, Israelis and Palestinians. They have served in the administrations of Republicans and Democrats. They were present at the Iranian Revolution and the revolution in Egypt. They have helped ensure democracy in Tunisia and taught foreign policy in the Gulf. They have edited news outlets in Beirut and in Jerusalem. They have represented Israelis and Palestinians at peace conferences and served as American mediators. They have worked in the Pentagon and the State Department. They have served in the military and in the intelligence services. Every single day, Institute scholars put the wealth of their expertise to work to fulfill our mission, to advance a balanced and realistic understanding of American interests and the policies that secure them. Whether it's through our cutting-edge analysis, our off-the-record briefings, or our news-making public events, our work has had a profound impact. Today, the Washington Institute is one of the most trusted think tanks in the world. From the White House to Capitol Hill, from Rabat to Amman, from Jerusalem to Riyadh. We have earned the respect of the policy community not just because of our expertise, but because we are one of the very few Washington think tanks supported solely and exclusively by Americans, American citizens, and their philanthropic foundations. These men and women, trustees of the Institute, support us because they know we are committed to advancing American values and American interests. From President Reagan to President Trump, Democratic and Republican administrations have turned to the Institute for analysis and ideas that are grounded in fact, knowledge, and real expertise. Whatever you may have heard, these assets are as essential to sound and effective policy today as they ever were before. And that is why we are proud to be Washington's go-to source on Middle East policy.